I remember when I was really, really young on my spiritual awakening journey. That's what we call it, I guess. When I first realized that, whoa, there's more to this thing that we call life. I had so many questions. I began having vivid dreams. I began remembering things from my childhood. Things just began to unlock for me, spiritually speaking, yeah. And I was so vulnerable. I was so vulnerable. I wanted to be with people who understood, overstood, who could get what it is that I was experiencing at that time. I wanted to be in community. I wanted to be surrounded by people who weren't afraid of magic, people who weren't afraid to dig deeper, right? My eagerness led me into some really, really, really dark spaces, into some environments that put me in danger. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Put me in danger spiritually, physically, mentally. So now that I have grown through that, learned the lessons, the heavy lessons that I had to learn, I'm very, very discerning about what it is that I do, who it is that I allow access to me in all of the ways, spiritually speaking, physically speaking, mentally speaking, emotionally speaking. I'm very, 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 very much more discerning when it comes to me. Very, very protective of myself, and very much so protective of my community. I had a meeting with someone today, and the conversation around, people who they claim to be community leaders, and they have these grand titles, and they have these names that carry weight. And the person I was in the meeting with was like, they're selfish though. They don't really care. They put on this mask like they care, but they really do more harm than good. And I said, oh, I know. I know. So I guess my question is, for those of you who know, how you out here moving in these streets, you feel me? For those of you who can clearly see what is happening in the community, in the spiritual community, how do you maneuver through that? Those of you who have people who look to you for guidance, people who lean on you for support, how do you help them maneuver through that? Do you help them maneuver through that? Do you lead them in the belly of the beast? You feel me? Like what? I'm just curious to know, how are we maneuvering as a collective? How are we showing up as community warriors? Are we being selfish? Are we causing more harm than good? Are we wearing a mask, pretending to be someone who cares about the people, but in all actuality, we're seeking power and control and fill in the blank, child? I'm just sitting with that right now because when you see, there is no unseeing.